Hey, how's it going? So here it is. This is a 1958 Ford Thunderbird AMT dealership promotional model. We have cleaned it up, and let's start from the bottom up. So, I did not take the screws out, and I did not disassemble this model. The reason behind that is that these screws are fused, and I do not want to risk snapping one of them off. So I just washed it 3 times. I washed this car, and I think I got pretty much most of the dirt out of it. It looks really nice. So this bottom, you'll see, is consistent with the AMT metal bottom friction cars of the era, this being 1958. We have looked at here on this channel a 1955 AMT Ford Thunderbird, and it also has this same metal type bottom. We have metal axles that are free moving and spinning, and they do quite well. And wheels and tires survived quite well also. Let's take a closer look. So I mean, when honestly, it looked like this car had been sitting next to a coffee maker for like 30 years. So there was so much gunk, and there's like still stuff here that but this is 3 times. So after all of that, underneath all of that are actually fairly well preserved vintage tires that survived from 1958, and they did quite well. There's not a lot of cracking or dry rotting at all on these. It looks nice. All right, so let's move on up. So everything else in the car is plastic, even though these bumpers look like they're metal, and they seem to have a bit of a gold accent on the chrome. That's just all plastic and chroming, and it's done quite well. It's really a beautiful car. And then now let's talk about the custom paint job that this car came to us in. Aside from being covered in, I mean, just gunk, it really was really covered in gunk, you guys. Like, for example, the spots and the speckling that were on the top of the car, on the hood and the trunk, excuse me. I mean, it looked like coffee. But at first, I thought, from the photographs, and even when I first handled the model until I got it going after that video that I made, I thought that was pitting. I didn't know what I was going to be going up against. I didn't know that we'd be able to get the luster that we're getting and the shine that we were able to get. So somebody tried to customize this model, or somebody did do this really interesting customization process. So you can see that one way that you can tell that this gold paint that was applied by a previous owner it is somewhat recent is that you can see that here toward the rear of the car that they applied paint here in an area that when the model was new, that would have been covered up by the bumper. This model has warped over the years. We talked about this in the earlier video as well. So the plastic from these early models is this thick gauge. It's really this cool plastic. Sorry about that, Chief. This really nice plastic, and it warps with age. Like, see what we got going here. This is just what happens. It's just a common thing that happens with these models. So that separation occurred, and somewhere in time, somebody decided that they wanted to add gold to this model. Now they got pretty far on that other side, on the driver's side, but they didn't get very far here on the passenger side of the car. An interesting attempt. I don't know how much you'll be able to see with through the camera, but to me it looks like, at first I thought it was a stenciling, right? You can really see it on the hood. But now I'm not quite sure how they did this, but it looks like they used a hobby knife. And so yeah, so it's cut right into this plastic with a hobby knife, and then there is this gold paint that has been applied over the top. Now it looks like someone also, after that person applied the gold paint, someone else tried to remove the gold paint, and you can see that they used some sort of abrasive material to do it right here, and then also over on this side. I noticed this right off. Pretty bad, like gouges over here. Interesting, huh? So, yeah. I mean, I'm leaving it there. Initially, you know, when I looked at the photographs of this car, I saw that paint, and I know that there's different ways, that you can use chemicals to remove paint from polystyrene plastic like this, right? So I was prepared to do that, but after getting the car in hand and looking at it and seeing how the model displays, even with this unusual custom paint job, I like the model. I like it as is. I know that sounds interesting. I don't know. I mean, it's just how it goes sometimes with these vintage promotional models. It's so strange. So this one definitely has a personal history, doesn't it? All right. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. I guess I've been talking for so long, we didn't, you can see it came to life. It's not bad. It's worth the $17. Like I said, they're not making any more of these, and when you can rescue them like this, that it looked like a hunk of nothing, right? It looked like a junker, and now it looks like half a junker, but it's our half a junker now. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.